2019.
My boss who
My boss does not. I don't think. Anyway, going from phallic art, we have some serious things to talk about this week before we get into the kind of boring episode. So this week we heard that Chris Harrison has stepped down as the host of The Bachelor temporarily because of the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The horrible drama. It's worse than drama. The racism that Rachel Kirkkunkel has been showing recently. It recently came out that Rachel has been attending antebellum parties in her college days. She has been liking social media posts about Blue Lives Matter and different racist posts and things with Confederate flags and things like that. Just very inherently racist proclamations. So it turns out that Rachel has some racist issues. And Chris Harrison came out and defended her for it and spoke to a previous Black Bachelorette that, 2018, when all this happened, is different than 2021. That, we didn't know then, our lens is wider, which was just honestly disgusting and hard to watch. Even as a white person, I can't imagine how it felt for other people. It was just disgusting. So Chris Harrison has temporarily stepped down. He won't be attending the final After the Rose ceremony. Lexi, how do you feel about this?
This whole thing is, honestly, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised because there have been so many issues within Bachelor of it being whitewashed, of it not having the proper tone, of it not understanding when it is being problematic. So the fact that they did cast somebody like Rachel, who does have a problematic past and is still doing problematic things now. I haven't heard of anything she's done during filming, but there were a lot of skeletons in her closet that
2018 is not that long ago.
No, that could have been found by the casting directors that weren't. So I think that the network needs to be held accountable for this because this has happened too many times in TV shows, Bachelor 100%, that they don't take into consideration what is happening around them and they don't take into consideration the way that their giant platform is going to affect literally the world, because a lot of people watch their content and a lot of people watch their show. So
yes.
It was really disappointing. I'm not surprised, though, because it's Bachelor.
I agree. I'm not surprised either. I'm very disappointed. And I mean, that's kind of like even a soft word to use, I think. But you've mentioned that the producers didn't find these things out about her. Do you think that they didn't find them out, or do you think that they were overlooked? Because I have a feeling they were more overlooked and not thought of as something that was really...
I don't think that they went deep enough.
Yeah.
Something similar actually happened on Drag Race, where some problematic posts were found on a contestant's Instagram.
Okay.
From years ago. And I don't think that they vet these people enough. And you have to think, we have a giant platform, so we need to make sure that we're not going to shine a light on people that are going to do this. As far as what Chris Harrison has done since that uncomfortable, horrible interview, he has released a statement saying that he apologizes. He's going to work towards being anti-racist. I do think there is a avenue for Chris to come back from this. I'm the first person to say something is wrong or has gone too far. I'm probably one of the people that people say has gone too far with cancel culture, but I do think that there is a way for people to come back from it, and Chris is doing the right thing. But again, he does need to be held accountable, and just being allowed to retire to his money isn't enough. I'd like to see him actually make active change that us as the viewers can see. So I'll be curious to see what he does with his time off before people decide if if he is okay. And this is also, his apology is not for us. His apology is for the people of color that he has affected.
Right.
So it's not really our call to even decide.
No, it isn't, for sure. It's not even our job to forgive him.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. There is a way back from this. I am not someone who loves cancel culture. I think that people change, but I think that the only way I could see Chris continuing as the host of The Bachelor is if he, I don't know, does something very active to show that he can still he can still like hold this show and keep an anti-racist lens on it. Because as of now, like, I mean, he hasn't been doing that. So I think that if he's going to continue as the host, he needs to, I don't know what it would look like, but he needs to do something very active and, very outwardly to show that he can continue hosting this show while keeping an anti-racist lens and not letting it continue the way that it has.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we obviously do this podcast because we enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a super crazy big Bachelor fan.
Right.
I don't think we're finding true love on the show, honestly.
Right.
I love a reality moment, and I love the TV of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am rooting for the TV show to get it together and to do something to address this and to move forward, because there are a lot of people who are watching. And
yes,
if you are not working towards an active change, then you're part of the problem.
Yep.
And I think this is going to be a big wake-up call to the show, that you cannot just hire a diversity coordinator and absolve 25 seasons of not doing that. So I'm hoping that this will be, in a way, a silver lining for the show to ultimately become anti-racist.
Yeah, I think it's at least a very forward gesture for them to, gotta do something.
Yeah. So what this means for everybody watching who might not know, Chris Harrison will not be on the next season of The Bachelor, and Chris Harrison will not be in the After the Rose special.
Right.
So Chris Harrison is removed from Bachelor Nation. Chris Harrison's not making money off Bachelor.
Yep.
Or unforeseen future.
Yep. All you're going to see of him now is what has already been shot.
Yeah, and it even kind of seems like they're editing him out a little bit.
It does. Yeah, we don't see him too much.
We're not seeing a lot of Chris.
No, already.
But with all this being said, there is still a season that is happening, and there are a lot of women who are not Rachel who are still on the show, who deserve to get their Bachelor moment and recognition. Just because there are a few bad apples does not mean that these other ladies are not genuinely good people. So I am still down to keep watching Matt James try and figure it out, and we'll see if he picks Rachel.
He just might.
Heard around the world.
But this episode starts with Heather, and we can talk about if she's deserving of this Bachelor moment or not if you want to. But we start with Heather. She is from Colton's season. If you didn't watch last episode or don't remember, she showed up randomly and said that Hannah Brown, a previous Bachelorette, introduced or told her about Matt, and they had to meet because they would definitely fall in love and they were meant to be together forever. So she showed up, quarantined for a few days, went a little bananas, and now her and Matt are talking. So Matt, we see him hysterically laugh again, as we saw last episode, still uncomfortable seeing it the second time, him hysterically laughing while he's sitting with Piper, and Heather walks in. He shoos Piper away to talk to Heather. The girls can see them talking through the windows, and they are pissed. Every single one of them says if he keeps Heather, they are leaving. They do not want to be there. Matt seems kind of uneasy, but trusts Hannah Brown and thinks that if Hannah Brown thinks Heather is qualified, then she must be qualified. And he's just very excited that she's been being so bold, and he really doesn't want to leave here with any doubts. So how are you feeling about this, Alex?
What I like to do with moments like this in The Bachelor is I like to think about them in real world situations. So let's pretend that that Kendra, you've been single. Okay, let's say you've never met the love of your life in an alternate universe.
Okay.
Shout out to Ken's significant other.
Yeah, hey Pear.
But let's say that you're single and you've been dating someone for 6 weeks, okay?
Okay.
Actually, no, let's say that you just met Paris and you've been dating them for 6 weeks, okay?
For 6 weeks now.
Yep, 6 weeks. And then he, your close friend, sends someone to your home and is like, I think you'd really like this person. Would you stop seeing Paris to date this person just because I said that I think you might get along?
I would be very alarmed. I would probably hang out with them for a second because I trust you. But I would be very alarmed, and I don't think that's a decision I could make. Like, we'd have to have a polyamorous relationship for a minute if I really had to feel that out, because I couldn't just be like, sorry, bye. Someone said I would like you. I don't know you, though.
Because six weeks is like a long, like, it's not that
a decent amount of time.
It's not a long time, but it's long. It's like, who is
you didn't just meet
friend to be like here? I don't know. It just seemed like really weird.
It's weird, especially when you're together.
Yeah.
So imagine, Paris is here, and then someone comes and knocks on the door and is like, "Hi, Kendra, I'm here to take you out."
Yeah, you'd be like, "No."
Alex said.
What are you doing? I'm on a date.
Come on in and talk.
Just start like hysterically laughing and put your hand on his crotch.
Paris, will you go to the other room so I can talk to this gentleman? Alex said him.
Show, but this is just like,
no, it'd be weird.
It doesn't make sense. And I don't know. This girl just seems like delusional, honestly. But
whatever. She's got to shoot her shot. So
like they were reaching for drama at this point.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. They took Queen off, so they needed something else.
Oh, shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Heather, do you know anyone?
It's like, yeah, let me rent this van.
Oh, the van. We haven't even gotten to the van yet. She drives her own giant, like, white minivan in. In this sequins, like, white wedding dress. Yeah.
My favorite thing is driving a rented van in a ball gown.
Yes.
What an aesthetic.
I hope she's getting paid. Maybe she's an Uber driver.
God.
So we see Heather with the girls now after Matt needs some time. Again, they're all just pissed. They are calling her out. No, nothing is being held back. They're calling her a bachelor hopper, which I loved. Jasenia says, "Oh, honey, you're so late." Again, a really good one. Kit's comment is, "Bitch, what are you doing?" Heather starts crying, and what's her name? Just JC. That's what I call her. SC. That's her name. Serena C. says, "Talk about it in an interview because I don't want to hear your tears right now." They are not here for it.
Setting up this shot was so shady because they put all these girls on the tiniest couch ever made. They're all like squished in there like sardines so that it's super apparent that there's nowhere for Heather to sit. Is that her name?
Yes. Heather? Yes. I went back and forth with Heather and Hannah for me.
I know. I'm like, is this Heather or Hannah or Hillary? I don't know.
Or Hillary.
But there's no room for her on the couch. It's awkward. It's just weird. But you know what? Hey, I was here for the drama because really this episode was boring and it needed it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Go off, sis.
Yep. So as the girls are just railing on Heather, Matt has made up his mind. And so he calls Heather back in and he apologizes, but there's not going to be time for them to continue their journey because Matt feels like his heart is pulling him into the other room where the other women are. So he walks Heather out and she drives off in her rented white minivan.
Drives off into the night in a rented van.
Felt like a lot of wasted like airtime, but whatever. We're here for the drama.
The star of the episode
is
fan.
Yes. That's my love connection.
Seriously though. Rented love connection, rented van.
Rented van. We're done. All right. See you guys next week. So Matt joins the women. He apologizes. He said that there's not going to be anyone continuing on this journey who isn't currently on this couch. Everyone else is pretty excited about that. He personally apologizes to Piper and asked to go continue their conversation, which I thought was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
And then the rose ceremony starts. Any comments before we get into the rose ceremony, Alex?
No, I'm ready to get in.
All right. Here we go. So we have Bree, Rachel, Serena P, Kit, Jasenia, Abigail, and Michelle and Piper already have roses. So we are losing Chelsea and Serena C. And he really checked out Chelsea as she walked away. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah.
He really stepped back and really checked her out. How do you feel about this?
I mean, we all know I love Chelsea.
I know.
I would love to see Chelsea come back.
I know, me too.
Chelsea did not get the time she deserved.
No.
Chelsea, please bring her back.
She should be on America's Next Top Model. Not as a contestant, but as a judge or something.
Yeah. Get her off of Bachelor Nation and get her on.
She's too pretty for Bachelor Nation, let's be honest.
Get her onto something else. Just get her onto the cover of Vogue, mama.
Yeah, there you go. That's better. We don't need reality TV.
No, that girl has star power, and then Serena C's also there. So
yeah, whatever. I'm fine with that. So sorry, Serena C, if you're watching. Well, she probably is. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
She's probably gonna call me later.
Friend of the pod, Serena C.
So a date card comes in. We see an inkling of Chris Harrison, but he quickly runs away. And we learn that we get, with him in the room, we learn that we get 2 one-on-ones and a group date this week. The first card is a one-on-one. There's a lot of tension because only Abigail and Jasenia haven't had one-on-ones yet. So there's 2 one-on-ones. Who should get the one-on-ones?
Obviously, it's theirs.
Right? What? Psych! First one-on-one is with Serena P, who's already had a one-on-one. She feels pretty bad about it. The others express their disappointment, but they don't say too much. How do you feel about Serena P getting this one-on-one, Alex?
So honestly, I think Serena P only got this date because of what the date was.
Really? You think so?
Yes. 100%.
I can see that.
So I'll talk more about that.
Okay. Let's just jump right into this date.
Good.
So this date is, first, we preface it with Matt feeling like he is stuck in the friend zone with Serena P. And so he needs to figure out what their relationship is actually going to be like. So they go to a tantric yoga class.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off here.
No, go for it. First explain what is tantric yoga for the viewers.
Tantric yoga is essentially sex yoga. So it's like putting yourself into sexual positions that are supposed to be good for your yoni and your sacral chakras and all of that. So
it's not just partner yoga.
No, it's hippy dippy sex yoga.
Yes.
And
fun,
first off, if you are trying to figure out what your relationship will actually be like with somebody, do you see yourself doing tantric yoga on a daily basis, Matt James? Is it constant in your life? Because it really seemed like it was.
It did.
Episode. Next, I think they only picked Sarita for this is because she was the only one that could participate in it.
Yes. Yes.
This is not a read like these other girls are big, but she's
No.
like literally so tiny.
She does that. Like she has to do yoga or something because like she looked like she was strong. She knew what she was doing. Like
I
she
mean,
knew how to hold her body. She wasn't like her boat pose was amazing. Like I practice yoga regularly and I can't get up like that.
yeah,
Like she was good. So
but
yeah,
like
I think that they were
Abby
like,
could
oh,
not have done
she's
that.
flexible. No, I don't think that means she does tantric yoga all the time.
No. And
No.
Jasenia, he just didn't want to do that with Jasenia.
Yep, I
So
agree.
I think that's why Serena got on this date.
What about Abigail?
I don't think Abby could have done that
Why
either
don't you pick a different date?
because that's the date that they had this week.
So you think the date gets picked before the girl?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like that's the case. I feel like it's like these are the dates. Who are you taking?
Okay, maybe.
I don't think that Matt's like, hmm.
Yeah. But Kit had the cooking date.
Yeah, except that one. I feel like that was like a
Except
production.
that one.
That was a production write-in hunt
Okay, okay, fine. I'll give you that.
because it was there was nothing to that date. They did not have to plan any.
No. No, that's true.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that was
fine. I'll give it to you. I'll
she
give you the benefit of
she
the
was
doubt.
like, my mom and I used to go hang gliding together, and then like
And they went hang
hang
gliding.
gliding the next week.
Yeah, she
It
should
could
have
be
said something
very
more
sexual.
exciting. I saw Kit complaining today on Instagram that she's apparently too old for TikTok because she spends hours trying to make these recipe and like these cooking and workout videos and they get no views and then she posts a stupid video of herself talking and it gets millions of views and she thinks it's stupid and she doesn't understand it. And I thought that was funny.
Well, I had one TikTok get almost 100,000 views, so
Yeah, follow
I'm
Alex on TikTok.
so
She has little toys.
I do jokes about white people. So if you want to watch my jokes about white people
and play with mini grocery stores.
if you want to see tiny grocery stores and me joking about white people, find me on TikTok.
Love it. I love it. Back to Bachelor. So Serena hates this date as much as we do, turns out. She's so uncomfortable the whole time. Matt talks to her about it. He's like, I loved it. What do you think? And she was like, please don't ever make me do that again. That was so uncomfortable. I hated that. Why'd you make me do that? So, yeah.
Good on her for saying it.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. I didn't think the dinner date was going to go very well, but they get to dinner. She starts talking about how she's like not really into PDA. She doesn't follow people that easily. She needs more time. He touches her hand and it like spooks her. She's like, oh gosh, your hand's there. Like, so not Bachelor like, but that's cool.
It seemed genuine though. Like it seemed like she was like, oh no, I don't like that. And he was like, oh, I'm listening to you and I'm hearing that. So good for them. That seemed like a genuine interaction and not just like a forced Matt James being like, so tell me about your dad.
I agree.
Yeah.
My only thoughts are that I just don't think this relationship is suited for The Bachelor then. Because I think that if you are I think this is the place to find faults. Like when you're like finding little things like that where it's like, oh, it's going to take me a longer to get to know what you like. We don't have longer, honey.
No, you
got to get it on point right now. Like, don't pick tantric yoga as the date. Pick something where we can actually get to know each other.
Yeah.
So yeah. But she gets the rose. That's about. They don't really get into anything at the dinner date. She's not afraid for him to meet the family. So that's another point. Anyone who gets a rose this episode gets to meet the family. Very exciting. So, anything else to say about their date, like Alex?
No, I'm excited to see her family. She seems cool.
Yeah, I agree. I really like her. I just think that she's too good for The Bachelor. I think she should find someone in real life. But if Matt ends up with her, I won't be mad about it. So there's that. The next date card comes. It is a group date card. The note is love always finds a way, or love will always find a way, or something like that. And the people on the card are Piper, Michelle, Rachel, Bree, Kit, and Abigail.
How shady was it for them to put Abby at the end of that list?
How shady is it of Matt not to give Abigail a fucking one-on-one date yet?
Right?
She got the first impression rose, and she still has had no one-on-one time. I hate this.
Yeah, it's a mess. It doesn't make any sense. But
yeah, it makes me mad. I do like the little moment that Kit and Abby have where, Abby's just like sharing her insecurities and Kit is reassuring her, but also validating the way that she feels. And it just made me think that Kit would be a good friend.
Oh, I think Kit would be a good friend too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we see Matt on a Peloton bike, but he has a shirt on.
This time.
Yes. For like first time ever, he never takes his shirt off this episode. And there's like no more hot tubs ever. Like Bachelor's getting PG. It's so weird.
I think now it's too cold for hot tubs. I think in 6 weeks it's now too cold for
You think it's too cold for hot tubs? We found out they're in Pennsylvania. So maybe it is too cold.
Wild.
Except we went in a hot tub in October.
Yeah, it was cold.
In Michigan.
In that hot tub.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not going in hot tubs anymore. I mean, I'm fine with it, but I don't know why. Anyway, we get to the group date. The group date is kind of forgettable this week because it's literally just a cocktail party. There is no really event. There's always an event at a group date, not this time. Matt just wants to get to the tough conversations and not leave anything off the table. Off the table. So that's just what the date's all about. So he wants to have a little one-on-one with everyone. Yeah, cool.
Most of these conversations did not really seem to have any substance to them.
No.
Really the only thing that we found that was notable. Yeah, the only notable thing we found is that Bree quit her job.
Yeah.
To be here.
Yeah, like just now. Like apparently she's been able to hold her job this entire time, but she just had to quit.
Yeah.
Which one, like fuck that job. First of all, fuck them. But two, but she better fucking win now. But then if she does, Matt's wife doesn't have a job.
Imagine how much of like a chat she would have looked like if he had sent her home on this day.
I know. Like this is like,
I quit my job for this. And then he's like, actually, I'm not really feeling this. Sorry.
Shit, sorry. Go talk to E.T. They might have a position for you. Michelle and Matt don't really have, like, they have a little bit of time, but I think we see like a couple of lines. The only other notable thing that we see on this date is Abby and Matt's one-on-one time. So Abby is sharing her insecurities with Matt, and she honestly just wants a straight answer. Like, why haven't I gotten a one-on-one yet? Do you like me? Am I supposed to be here or not? And he says, I'm sorry. I felt so comfortable with you. I spent too much time with all the other women, and now I'm falling for them, and I have essentially forgotten about you. So can I walk you out?
I just went on all these one-on-ones. I'm so sorry, Abby. Just when I'm going on one-on-ones,
I was like, so mad.
When I'm going on a one-on-one date, Abby, it's really hard to have a relationship with you when I'm going on all these one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Like, we just like rub salt in her. Like,
I know. I hated that. Like, I mean, good. Like, I'm glad he was honest, but really, like, you forgot about her because you were too comfortable with her. So you forgot about her. That was horrible.
It made no sense.
But no, I thought it was horrible. I hate him for that.
I mean, I guess, like, she asked.
She did. That's what I said. But at the same time, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad that he was honest, but
whatever.
That was rude. Yeah, I didn't like that. And, like, don't be so mindless that you're like, oh, this girl's good. I don't need to get to know her because she's good. I gave her that rose the first day.
She's also one that I could see being the Bachelorette.
I could see that too. I thought she was
like,
going to be the Bachelorette in the future.
I feel like right now our obvious Bachelorette choices are Abby, Katie, and then possibly
Michelle if she doesn't win.
Michelle if she doesn't win. And I could also see them trying to pull like a Chelsea. Because when she left,
I love Chelsea. I don't think they'll pick her as a Bachelorette.
I could see it.
You think so?
I could see it. People really liked her online.
I could see her be on like Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know why. I just feel like she's too cool
to be the Bachelorette.
Yeah. The Bachelorette is more like bubbly. Like, hi, yeah. I'm a girl. I wear lip gloss.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at me in my fall clothing.
But I'm empowered.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be a cool take on The Bachelorette to have somebody like her.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah,
I think
that's
that,
true.
like, that is like what we need out of the series is having somebody who is not like this cookie cutter Bachelorette. Like Tayshia was a fun Bachelorette in a lot of ways, but she was still kind of just like that archetype.
Yeah.
Especially coming right off of Claire. Claire was also that Bachelorette archetype.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like I've actually watched more Bachelorette seasons than I've watched Bachelor seasons. And it's always that same kind of like, I was misunderstood on my season, so I'm here to be a man. And I feel like having someone like Chelsea who does kind of understand who they are more would be really interesting and fun. So I'd love to see it. Maybe I'm just like, think she's really cool and I just want to see it. So who knows?
I mean, I would like to see that. I think that would be fun too.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the rest of the country would feel about it.
But I will not be surprised if we get a Abby, Michelle, or Katie.
Yeah.
Next season.
I agree. Michelle, if he doesn't pick Michelle.
If he doesn't pick Michelle, he's stupid. I'm
stupid. I'm just calling it now.
Michelle looks like a wife.
Yes, Michelle is Michelle Obama, I'm pretty sure.
Like Michelle looks like someone that you're like, hello, I'm so-and-so, and this is my wife, Michelle. And
yes.
Wow, what an amazing wife.
But she can go to a museum or a theme park. Or she can go to the beach. Or she can make dinner. Or she can yell at you for not making dinner.
Or she can go to her hunting.
Exactly. I'm getting there.
I love Michelle. She's such a good addition to the show.
100% agree.
We are getting so off topic.
Yeah, we are. But it's okay because there's not much left.
Yeah, whatever. Rachel wins the rose.
Yep, Rachel gets the rose. Good luck meeting her family.
And she has to go on a solo concert date.
Oh my God. Again, I fast forwarded through that. I'm not gonna lie.
You missed the whole montage of the girls crying to this guy's song.
Yep, it was weird.
Such a weird edit, man.
Yep. Yep. Just awkward concert.
Awkward as fuck.
So that night before the one-on-one with Jasenia, Kit arrives at Matt's house sometime at night. Beautiful house. She's been there before. She knows where it's at. She walks inside and sheds her coat and essentially hands it behind her. And he's like, oh, I'll take that for you. I don't know if you noticed that. It was so subtle because it was just so natural. She was just like,
I live here.
I loved it. Yes. Everyone takes my coat. But anyway, after their one-on-one, she felt like she was falling in love with him, but she doesn't feel like she has all of that figured out quite yet. And with hometowns just around the corner, she doesn't think that she's in the right place to move forward, because if she doesn't have it all figured out yet, she probably shouldn't be taking him to hometowns. So she feels like she needs to leave. And he tries to convince her not to, but she's very firm in her decision. She's just like, nope, gotta go. We're not having an emotional conversation. Thank you for everything, but I'm out. How would you feel about this, Alex?
Good for her. Get out of there, girl. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. Matt was like, oh no, I want you to stay though. I want you here.
Yep.
And she says no. She's like, nope, this is my time. So good for her. Good
I
for
agree.
her getting out of there. And good on Matt for getting some taste of his own medicine. He he just did it to Abby, and now he's having someone break up with him. So we love to see it. Way to go, Kit.
Yep.
Kit turned out to be one of my favorites of the whole season. So.
Mine too. I thought she was going to be a mean girl, and I think that we would be best friends.
Yeah.
I like her a lot.
Meet her. She seems really nice.
Yeah, she seems very kind and just wholesome. I like her.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, but also like business minded.
Yeah.
So she's not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, hey, Kit, if you're out there, text me. You got my number. Very quickly, we see Jasenya's one-on-one next. There's not too much. They are drifting in a parking lot with some driver. Yeah. Jasenia does a pretty great job, and then Matt drives Jasenia and crashes into everything and tears the car apart, which I thought was so lame. Just such a misuse of resources. It was just so lame. Like, you know how expensive, like, it's not that nice of a car, but like, I mean, it is comparatively. It's like a Ford or a Dodge or something. Yeah. But like, you just like tore this thing apart. Do you not have respect?
I think
it made me angry.
Those boxes were there for that purpose.
No, but the car was torn apart.
That was like crash boxes.
Like, but the car, like the mirrors on the car and everything were all torn off.
That's a thing that people do in rallies, where they like crash their car into like crash boxes.
Right, but the car was broken.
That's what happens.
That's lame.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I see this, but like up north we have like trucks.
Yeah.
It's not like a Charger.
I mean, I honestly, I'm not saying this like I fucking know, and
honestly, you don't know shit about cars.
You too, girl.
I watched Top Gear, where they tear cars apart. Yeah, they're so respectful to cars in Top Gear.
I don't know.
It's not Top Gear anymore.
Damn, they're gonna get whiplash.
I would have done so much better on that date. I'm just saying, but they had a good time. So yeah, they kissed. They had a dinner date. I felt like she talked a lot.
Yeah.
And then they said they were falling in love with each other, and
No. She said she was falling in love with him.
And then he said, "Thank you for sharing that."
And then he said, "Thank you for sharing that with me." And then it cut to a confessional of him saying, "I like Jasenia."
That's right. That's right. Thank you for
sharing that with me. Hey, Kendra, I really love you.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Awkward.
So
we knew right there what was going to happen.
Yup. So he's not really feeling it. You've heard me complain about this before. He picks up the fucking rose, waves it around, and tells her how wonderful she is, but she's not quite right for him. Set it back down. Can I walk you out, ma'am? I hate that. I hate that.
We all kind of knew Jasenia was not going to hometown.
No, I'm okay with Jasenia going home. I hate how he keeps picking up that fucking rose, then is like, oh, just kidding.
Yeah.
Hi, I have this for you. I think you're wonderful. Do you, don't take it yet. You're very beautiful and you're very funny. No, don't take it yet. But can you leave? It's rude. It's so rude. He's so rude sometimes.
Well,
Jasenia's gone.
Goodbye, Jasenia.
Yep, goodbye, Jasenia. So we end quickly with the rose ceremony. There are only 2 roses to give out.
And now, officially, all the drama girls are gone.
Yes, they are. There is no one left who has caused drama on the show.
All the drama's gone. So it's all downhill from here, y'all.
Yeah. So with 2 roses left, we get dun 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 Bree and Michelle, which leaves Bree, Michelle, Rachel, and Serena P for hometowns. Goodbye, Piper.
Piper was miserable in the car. She was having a meltdown.
Yes, she was. But she left and she just looked pissed and strong. Like she just sashayed on out of there and was like, goodbye, I am leaving, slammed the door behind me.
Oh, yeah. That was the maddest getting into the car that we've seen all season. She was pissed.
Yep. I don't blame her, to be honest. Who's Bree?
Were you surprised to see her go?
I was thinking Piper would stay before Bree would stay, to be honest. I mean, I knew Michelle would stay, but I was thinking Piper had a leg up over Bree.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that Piper would have stayed, but Bree said that she quit her job, and I think Matt felt bad about that, and we didn't want to send her home after she quit her job.
I think so, too. I think that's what saved her.
Because honestly, who is Bree up until, like, she went
her one-on-one was first. Yeah.
She was the first girl that he met. She was the first one out of the limo. But really, we have not gotten any time with her until this getting out of the car. Or getting out of the car, what am I saying?
I knew what you meant, yeah.
Until this quitting her job moment.
Right. Yeah, we haven't had very much, like, conversation time with them.
We haven't seen her at all, really. She hasn't even been involved in, like, group conversations.
Nope.
No screen time.
Nope. So it's going to be weird seeing her with her family. And like,
I kind of feel like she is the next to go.
Yeah, definitely. Unless like her family goes really well and someone else's goes really poorly.
Yeah, which I could see.
Yeah, me too, because Rachel's there.
Yeah, I could see. Oh, God, that's going to be so awkward, especially now that knowing what we all know now.
I know. That's why it's going to be so awkward.
So y'all strap in next week.
Yeah, we got hometowns, and
watching Matt meet Rachel's gross family.
Yay! Thanks for joining us, guys. My name is Ken. That is Alex. What? Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Superlatives.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I forgot to write mine down. Alex, what's your love connection?
So, my top love connection of the week.
Yes.
Other than the rented van, clearly, is Michelle. I think Michelle is our front runner.
Yeah.
Actually, man, this kills me to fucking say it, but I think our front runner going into this is Rachel. He was almost in tears when he gave her that rose on the group date. He almost cried talking to her.
Yep, that's my love connection. Yep, because we barely saw any time with them this episode, and he was just like, nope, it's Rachel. It's Rachel. I don't think they need more time. I think that he has her.
Yeah. It kills me to say it, but I think that's who he's leaning towards right now. I think going into hometown, she's the top choice. But I still think the best option is Michelle.
Yes, I would agree. And so who was your hot mess this week?
My hot mess was doing another fucking date where it's a solo concert.
Awkward concert? That was mine.
So I'm like so over this awkward Bachelor solo concert.
I hate them. They're so uncomfortable.
Like I don't want to watch these as the viewer. I don't know who this person is.
Right? Like why do I want to watch 3 minutes of this slow song?
And like you dancing and crying. I'm
dancing like you're at like a 6th grade dance. You're just swaying. You're not even dancing.
Awkward, weird, bad.
So uncomfortable.
But I do still want to give a big, big, big shout out to our rented van.
Thank you, rental van. You were beautiful. You performed very well. Thank you for carrying Heather away.
We hope that the rented van is going to be who hosts next season of The Bachelor.
Yeah, there we go.
Harrison. Hashtag rented van for Bachelorette.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, now you can leave us. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I am Ken. That is Alex. We are Couch Potato Queens. You can follow us on Instagram, me at Ken.joy.yw, that stuff, and Alex at that stuff.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.